Hi everyone, so in today's video I will be trying out Spellbinders' new die of the month, the small die of the month, the embossing folder of the month, and possibly the wax seal of the month for July of 2024. The small die is called Skating into the Holidays, and then we have the embossing folder, the Hexy Snowflake, and then we have the wax seal that's called Joyful Snowflake, and that also comes along with some really pearlescent, pretty white wax beads. I do get samples, so that's why they're shown the way they are. This is packaged the way you will receive it, but these guys are not. Of course, you'll receive your full wax bead set, and these guys will be mounted on an inspo sheet, a nice sheet there with some instruction and all that kind of good stuff. And then, of course, these guys will be all packaged up. Having said that, these samples were sent free of charge for my review, and of course, all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchase items through those links. So if you're familiar, maybe you've seen the boots that Spellbinders have put out. Very cute, like a woodland kind of springy kind of boots. Very similar here, but you're going to have your ice skate base and then some beautiful flowers you can tuck in there. You have your laces, all kinds of ways to play with it. Maybe you just want to use the flowers. Maybe you want to go ahead and make your whole little scene, And so today we're just going to hop right to it. I do have a whole unboxing video. I will link that in the description box that is just basically unboxing everything that Spellbinders put out for their club kits this month, including a couple of bonus items in the deluxe caboodle, and I'll have that link in the description box there. So I think we'll just get started. I'm going to grab a card base. I generally do A2 size, so I will grab an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, score it at 4 1/4, or a card base that I already have made up, and some paper that we can start the embossing with, and we'll go from there. So I did create my own card base there. If you have an A2 size piece of paper, you're just going to cut it in half, so then you have 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, and then I just have a little piece of paper from my stash. It's kind of like a minty, pearlescent, beautiful color. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's the matte layer I like. You can do 4 by 5 1/4, 4.5. Sorry, 4 1/4 by 5.5 if you just want to matte layer the whole thing. This is your standard embossing folder, so I'm just going to run it through just like this, and I'll be right back. Okay. And I mean, look how gorgeous! I'm telling you, Spellbinders knocks it out of the park with their standard embossing folders, the 3D especially, just really nice. I mean, either side of this looks really great. I'm thinking maybe we'll use this side. So I'm going to use the deboss side. So when you do that, obviously the other side has a lot of bumps, right? So you just want to make sure you put a good amount of glue so that's really going to hold that down for you. Just all over. And we'll go ahead and get started. I think I'll focus on our skates first. So you can imagine these two go on top of each other. I mean, if you have like two shades of like white or whatever color you want your boots, and maybe one's a little bit deeper than the other, that might be good, because then you can use that for the background, But I'm going to run these through the same color, probably a pearlescent white, something, shiny would be great on that. Your heel, what color do you want that? Probably black, so I'll run 2 of those through, or your sole or whatever, the heel, sole, anyway, the platform area there of your shoe. And then the blades, so I'll run that through some kind of silver or gray, and we'll start from there. And then we have our laces, so let's go ahead and do our laces too. I think I was going to do like red or something, but maybe like a blue. Maybe we make this like a very icy look. So I'm going to run this through some kind of blue. And this one just finishes off your bow, so you can imagine the bow's there and that kind of hangs down. So you can do it, you don't have to do it. But I'll run those through, and then we'll focus on some of the other things in a bit. Okay, so I have my boots here, both pairs with all the different pieces. So these guys, you can imagine, I believe that those glue there. You can glue it there, you can glue it in between the shoes, you can glue it after, you put the shoe together, this in the background, however you think that needs to look. I think that looks good right there, right towards the background. So let's get some glue going. It does have a little area here where the bottom of your shoe still shows, but I used white, so I'm just going to stick with that. But I suppose if you wanted to ink that, make it look a little darker, or however. You can definitely do that. And then we have our top part of our boot. You know, do you want to leave that kind of open? I think I'm going to tuck whatever I put in totally behind, so I don't really mind that. I know I've done in the past where I show you guys how to like lace it so it looks like it's really, really laced, like get them in there. So, you know, that's something to think about. Or if you want to work with it a little bit quicker, you're just going to put these guys together. And that guy just kind of lines up. Touch that other piece there. Very cool. I'll do the same thing for the second one, okay? Actually, let's go ahead and put this on. Why not? While we're here. And you're just kind of lining that up in a way that makes sense. I'll hold that down for a few seconds before I pick it up to show you that. And that looks pretty good to me. I mean, you can move it a little bit forward. I think that's fine. Okay, I'll do the second one exactly the same. Just finish that one up. I mean, how cute are those? Or even just having one, you know, however. Okay, so you can imagine that this little lace, I will say on that same die that cuts out your this part, it cuts this part, you know, some up here somewhere. It cuts your bow. It also cuts a very, very, very small bow center. So if you misplace it, no big deal, but you do have that little guy to pop on there. I'm going to put glue on the back of my hand. I should probably do, or use a tweezer, but I will just dab, dab, dab. It basically goes right in here, right in the front. Let's get you guys a little bit closer, not too fast. So now you see those little holes, right? So it goes right here to the next hole, to the next one, to the next one, and just kind of hold it down. And it goes right on the edge of the boot. I'll show you that right now. Look at that. I mean, how cute is that, right? And then you have this piece that, you know, if you can imagine, I think it probably goes about there. It just needs to wrap at the very edge of your boot, or towards the end there. And then your bow and all that stuff. So maybe I have this guy. I'm going to place it like here. And then maybe a little more glue. Your bow, and your bow could be floppy or however, that'd be really cute, right? Oh, you know what? If you're going to use this part, you probably want to put that down before you put down the bow. Sorry, guys. So if you're going to put that, you can have that there. And your bow, I do have the bow flopping kind of down because I think that's what would happen, right? But if you want it facing up, then place it the other direction. A little glue on there, take a little bit of that extra off, and I mean, you guys, seriously, how cute is that? So I'll do the second one, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have those two. We have our card. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice and icy, cute. And so whatever I cut here, I think will be kind of more wintry looking. I want to do my wax seal before we put it all together. That way I have that going. So let me grab my little pot, my little spoon, got our wax seal going. Because I think I'm just going to tuck this little wax seal kind of behind one of the boots, so it's just like another element on our card here. So I usually do 4 or 5 beads. I think 5 is good, but I'll be right back. So I'm going to take a minute to find a lighter. Let me open this up. I usually have one here next to me for my ribbons, to singe the ends and all that. And then, I don't know, the one I've had recently just keeps running out. So I like to grab them wherever we visit, just because I need them for my little crafting here. There we go. There's that. And let's pop these guys on there. And just let those melt. They're really pretty and shimmery. I don't know, you can really see that right now in real life. Hopefully you can kind of see a little bit of that. Alright, that takes about a minute to melt down, and you really want it to be really melted down. So I'm going to wait, and then we'll get our little guy, and then we'll do some sprigs and pull it all together. I was letting that to do its thing. I just went and grabbed a bunch of scraps of paper, because I think what I'll do is a poinsettia, make it kind of bluish. So I grabbed a couple different blues, a brown for like the sprigs instead of having green, things like that, maybe some white. We'll see. So I just grabbed a bunch of different colors like that. Still going. I'll be right back. More seconds on that, I can see. But yeah, you can imagine our little wax seal back here. And then some cute little sprigs out here. I have my bells. I have this. Where's my poinsettia? Oh, I put it over here for whatever reason with my papers. So we're going to use that. Little white bells, maybe a dark brown base. Yeah, that'll be really pretty. You also have a whole bow, you guys. This is super cute. So, I mean, if you just want to do like a bouquet and maybe not the shoes, or, you know, put the bow wherever you want, but look at that. It has everything in the centers. It has little accents for this part here, so if you want to make it look like it's darker in the inside of the bow, and then your tails and everything. I think this guy's ready. So I'm going to turn that out. And then usually when I pour this, I try to pour it in the same shape that I'm doing, if it's oval or square. You know, this one's circular. It really melts down really well. This is really nice wax. You can wipe that away as soon as you're done. Unless you're going to keep doing them, then you just keep making them. So on this one, this wax melts really nicely. It gets really, really liquid. I probably could have done 4 little bits, so if you want to do that next time, just use 4 of the beads. I'm going to wipe, actually I'm going to leave that because that can be there for the next one. So just let it set up. Otherwise, while it's still warm, I would wipe it away with paper towel. Okay, guys? I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Now, a lot of times I'll go over this with like a marker or like a metallic marker to really make that pop. I don't know that I want to bring in more color. Like I said, I want to keep this really icy and cute, so if this is up here, something like that, you know? So I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I mean, it can go anywhere, it can go wherever, but I kind of want to tuck it behind my little thing here. So I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. Let me clean up, put these things away, but in the meantime I will again grab these scraps, run this through a couple times. The berries are also on here, which is really smart because generally you're gonna make a red poinsettia, but for today I'm doing blue, so I'm gonna run it through a light blue and a dark blue. Again, kept the colors pretty simple. I was thinking about glitter paper or something like that, but I thought, well, I just kind of let them be. So just one of each of these guys, and then this bell. Again, I'm just going to run a ton of these things through just different colors, so maybe that. Let's do this one a couple times, do some craft card, this one a couple times, several times through the dark brown, and then some little white bells. Okay, let's put some of these things together before I keep going. You know, the poinsettia does cut those little berries, so if I want to use them, I have them. So they did pop out on that same die. Sorry, I'm trying to get this guy out. Ooh, he is delicate. Okay. I think I'll put the lighter color on top. I believe there's also centers for these poinsettias, but I'll probably pop a rhinestone or something in the center there. And I'm not forming these at all, but if you wanted to take a moment to kind of form these guys up, you can definitely do that. Be very pretty. So I have one big guy, and then our little bells here, and I think everything else is just what it is, so I don't need to do anything to put those guys together. Like I said, we do have the berries. They're cut out from the same die. Cute. Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to let that set up for a moment and clean up just a little bit and bring my card base back. Okay. So I'm trying to see if I'm going to just go ahead and stick those guys together. Maybe I'll stick them together like that. That's pretty. We're definitely going to put some dimensionals between them, something like that. So I'm going to put some dimensionals all behind these guys. This can kind of be in here, and I'll be right back. Just taking the carriers off, and I put these on here very selectively. I guess I can put one more right here because I know that this is going to be right back behind there. I'm going to put quite a bit of glue on this guy. Spellbinders also has some double-sided circular stickies to help you stick those guys down. And maybe this is here, and I'm trying to see about putting these kind of straight. Maybe like there. Cute. Okay, and I didn't put anything back behind this because, I want to come in with my sprigs and all that, and I don't want to impede that in any way. So I didn't put dimensionals back there. But maybe I'll pop one in after we're done, I have no idea what I'm doing now. I'm just adding these things in just as fillers. Just see what that might look like. You know, we'll play with that a little bit. We have a beautiful poinsettia. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. And then we have some little bells. So I think I'm going to start sticking things down. Add this guy in here. You can also cut the legs off your, the little stems off your sprigs if you want. Just kind of wanted to see what that looks like. Oh, stay there, not in my hand. That'd be great. Okay. This guy can be a little bit higher up, as we saw, because of the flower. Get back in there, buddy. And I'm just gluing them down. This one I put glue back here. You can definitely put some dimensionals behind them. I love the look of this, like just like an old timey. It just, I feel like with the blue, it looked really nice, you know. Now this guy's gonna be like here. Let me see. Yeah, just stuck down completely. Not really. If I can still reposition that guy, I'm gonna put it a little further out this way. Yeah, that looks better. Just kind of bring him out. Maybe this guy too. Maybe move you over a little bit too. Okay. Just get rid of that glue. And then we have this little guy. So let me get some dimensionals behind him because that's how he's going to stay down, and I'll be right back. Putting these guys in, what I can do is grab a dimensional just to help me, you know, have some structure to this. Keep it nice and steady. There we go. And then this guy, just put one. That way it's kind of free floating. Right in there. That looks cute. And then this guy, I want to see where the other one's settled in. That's pretty. Oh my gosh. And again, we can put dimensionals back there. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue there. A little dot of glue here. Hold that down. That last guy, he's kind of tucked in on his own. Probably doesn't need much of anything. Look at that. And then we still have these little berries. I don't know that I was going to use them, but let me see. There we go. That might be okay, huh? Maybe some little berries there, and maybe that darker one. I don't know. Just because we have them already, just kind of throw them in. Something like that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Let me grab a rhinestone for the center and our card is done. Guys, so I have these beautiful Capri Blue rhinestones, and I think I'm just going to pop one of the larger ones in here. Again, these are glass stones. They're crystal basically, but they're glass, so they just have a really, really gorgeous reflection to them. I mean, look at that. Icy, beautiful card. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I gave you some inspo on using your new club kits for this month. I am just, wow, so pretty. I'll have images come up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.